Hey, just want to start out saying I'm Gen X, 68, so kind of the beginning. And I have played video games in my life. I'm not averse to video games, I like video games. But I think one of the problems today's society is dealing with is we are living in an avatar society. Everyone is putting on the trappings of an avatar. You post on social media, and all you're posting is the glamour shots or the filters. You don't post any of the bad stuff. Um, you know, it gets really in the weeds when you have things like OnlyFans, where young women think that just like in a video game, you can do all this shit and you're gonna end up being reborn at the beginning when you want to. You can quit anytime, and it's not gonna change it. This real life is about consequences, things that you learn, things that you experience. Guess who made mistakes? Every single one of us has made mistakes. None of us have gotten through life without making mistakes. And it gets dicey when you think your mistakes aren't going to matter. We have a whole society that is putting on a front. One way that it really is exemplified, in my opinion, is this whole Ryan Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, and whomever else, Tom McDonald and Mises drama. Ryan has cultivated his whole persona. It started out as I understand it, it started out making comedies on the internet, on YouTube, I think, and then he grew it into a music career and started out country, added some rap, and he's a really good artist because he has such range. But he's not the best country star by any stretch of the imagination, and he's definitely not the best rapper, but he's a good artist. And if you want to like him because of that, great. But if you are going to, some of his fans seem to see him as the Lord Almighty. He can't do any wrong. Everything he says is gospel. And he loves to put out there that on the internet, mind you, he'll put out there that I love to bring receipts. These are the things people have done to me. Problem is, he never actually shows the receipts. He says, well, it's all public, you can get any of this online. Some of it is, some of it isn't. And actually, a lot of the stuff that is public sort of shoots him in the foot and disproves what he says is truth. But he has these online fans that dote on him and think he is so real. And I think part of the reason they do that is because when you meet him in real life, and I have not met him in real life, I just hear a lot of fans say it, and some people that have started to see the light say it too, that he's a nice guy in real life. He talks to his fans, he's friendly, but as an artist, that's kind of what you have to be. If you're a real prick to your fans, you're going to lose fans. So he's being an artist in that, in my opinion. And then he puts on this air when he gets online of he is the gospel truth. He never does any wrong. It's only everybody around him that does something wrong. So you get the beef. So you have Adam Calhoun, who tries to avoid this. I think over the years he's gotten to an age where he doesn't want to have the drama anymore. He's trying to avoid it, or he was trying to avoid it, and it got too much. Then we had the Triple T interview where Adam came on, and they were threatening each other and saying they were gonna come to blows. Well, and people are either saying Adam was bullying Triple T, or that, you know, he's beating his chest and isn't really about that. Let me tell you something about Gen X. Before video games, before the internet, before all that, if you had a beef with someone, you could call them on the phone and yell at them, but guess what? They just hang up. So that didn't work. So you pull up. You go to someone's house and you have it out. That most of the time, for, you know, 98% of the public, meant you would yell at each other, maybe across the sidewalk, maybe through a screen door, or face to face. You'd yell at each other and figure it out. Maybe it's more of a guy thing too. Maybe it's guys, you know, you sit at a bar and someone brushes against you and you get pissed and you turn around and you yell at the guy and the guy yells back, and even if you let a fist fly, a punch here, a punch there, then you sit down and have a beer together. It's kind of the way it used to be, but now it's not that way. So with Adam, when he was saying he was going to pull up on Triple T, and Triple T gave him his address and was coming back, "You don't intimidate me." Yeah, he's not trying to. And Adam, what people don't understand about that situation is Adam didn't care if he got beat up. He wanted to go and be 10 toes down and tell him where he stood and stand on what he was saying. That doesn't mean I'm going to beat you and win 100% every time. It means I mean what I say. This is how I say it. I say it to your face. And if you have a problem, you can either talk to me or swing at me. If you swing at me, I'm going to swing back, and, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to say I'm going to win. Guess what? A person that really fights, including Triple T, dude, if you know that if you swing on somebody, if you pull a gun on somebody, it's always going to be someone faster. No one is ever the fastest forever. You're the fastest or the toughest for a brief moment in time. And after that, you go downhill. There's someone that's faster, tougher, you know, a better fighter. So if you pull up to someone or engage in that sort of activity, manly bravado, there'll be a time when you lose. And the real man thing to do is say, so be it. You know, if I lose, I lose, but I will have stood on my convictions. I was never a fighter, but I stood on my convictions maybe twice in my life. I had to. The main one I can remember was in middle school, and I didn't win, but I didn't lose. And so in not losing, I won. And that's where Adam is coming from. He's not saying I'm tougher than you because I went to prison. He's saying I'm going to stand on what I believe and do what you have to do. I'm doing what I have to do, but I want to be face to face and talk about it. So that shows what everybody's reading into that situation, an Avatar type thing where Adam thinks he's invincible and isn't going to come out, you know, isn't going to get hurt. He'll just respawn somewhere. And I don't know. I don't know about Triple T. I don't know what he is thinking. I'm really coming at this from Adam's perspective, because he's the one I think people are getting wrong the most. And Triple T probably is coming. He's old enough to to know this as well, so he's probably coming from the same situation. And there is some chest thumping, and maybe he's reading into the Adam situation that he thinks Adam might be pretending to be an avatar. I don't think he is. I think he just is someone that is down to scrap. And I know people like that. But what we're losing today with the avatar situation is that people are much more likely to beat their chest and act tough and act like they're, I'm from the streets, or I'm really from the backwoods. If you're saying that, you're fucking not, dickhead. You're not from the backwoods. You're not from the street if you have to act like it online. If you're really from the street or the backwoods and someone stands up to you like that, you stay quiet. You wait until you're face to face, and then you prove them wrong. That's my opinion on the situation. And I think that's what's gotten us so screwed up today, is that everybody thinks there's a respawn point. And what they can do whatever the hell they want. They can act like an ass and do crappy stuff, do destructive things, and it doesn't matter. It's not real life. It's just a game, and this is not a game. This is life. Come at someone for a jokey reason, which I'm not a big hip-hop fan. I've just started getting into hip-hop and rap, but a lot of the older rap beefs were chest bumping and I'm better than you type thing. But it wasn't. It's the kind of thing where, heck, even in what is it, 8 Mile, by the end, do they look like they're going to be best friends, everybody? No. But you can see at least a level of respect in their eyes looking at each other. Even Eminem is showing respect by actually even participating in the whole battle. And to me, that's what a rap battle is. It's being disrespectful with a level of respect. And that, we're kind of losing that today. Now it's about pulling people down, and it's disgusting and gross. Those are my thoughts, and I hope we can start getting away from the avatar philosophy, where you think that you can respawn and your shit doesn't stink, and everything is gonna be rosy tomorrow no matter what, and people are perfect, and what you do doesn't matter. It's not gonna shine a light on your future life for any reason. It's all dumb, because none of it's true, none of it's real. The only real stuff is living life, trying to be a good person, loving. Really, you should, well, I'm a Christian, you should be loving everyone. You should judge the action, not the sinner. There are too many people too many Christians too, judge the action, or judge the sinner, not the action. It's just, that's not our job. Our job is not to judge people. They'll get judged when they meet God. He's the judge. All we can do is point out the actions they're doing that may displease him. So let's be better.